wasn't until we entered to try to make things better that we started to see movement and innovation, not just in the browser, but on the web itself. I think it created a whole bunch of things aligned, but certainly, in our environment, I think competition does create innovation. I think more generally, it's certainly
Great. So you embrace it. You're embracing the competition out there and saying this is an opportunity. So
we see the competition as a mark of our success, by the way. That when we started, everyone had forgotten about a browser. It seems odd today, but in 2000, it was just a component of the Windows operating system and it was irrelevant.
Yeah.
But we've demonstrated and made a market category and showed that it matters. So competition is painful for sure, but it's a mark that actually we were correct in our vision and we've been successful enough at implementing it to create competition.
Great point. And so as our last question, as I see the countdown clock, if you were starting over again, right? I mean, you guys have been there since the early beginning. The company has grown organically. From an innovation perspective, is there anything you would have done differently, or if you were starting a new venture, anything you would do differently to stimulate creativity, innovation in the organization? Or would you go and say, you know what? This just worked. I would do it the same way.
Some things I'd do the same way. The frameworks for participation, we created them in the beginning. They're fundamental to our success. Our first framework was about building code. How do you collaborate to build code, right? We're good at that. We know how to do that. Without that framework, we would have failed. Chris is really active right now in building frameworks to collaborate in other areas. User interface, a whole range of different areas. I would try to build more of those frameworks sooner. As soon as I thought I had enough understanding or expertise or someone like Chris or critical mass or whatever it was to get a framework together to pull people in. So that's kind of the same, but I would do a lot of it sooner.
Would you know how to do it sooner, or is it something that you needed more time to get to that point?
Well, I think we needed more time because everything we do in an open source way. It's always slightly different. Like running the programs that Chris has described in public all the time and how to get input is really hard. So we're just learning. Chris is teaching us, I think, and leading us in how to do those things. But we know more now than we did 10 years ago, so I would look for all those frameworks.
Great. Anything you do differently?
I'd go faster.
I don't know how, but I'd keep going faster.
I know exactly. In retrospect, I think we could have gone faster. We could have had more of these frameworks just as in place now, and we could be even bigger today, as opposed to 10,000. An army of 10,000 strong that we have working with us around the world, that could be hundreds of thousands today. We had recognized our own success sooner. But we were, quite frankly, for a long time behind the 8 ball, trying to catch up with ourselves and to maintain and support our growing user base and continue to deliver great products. So it was,
Well, I want to congratulate you on all of the successes so far, and thank you so much for participating in the Always On Summit. Good. Thank you.
Pleasure.
And I think that Martin is here to tell us what's happening next.
Thanks to Tina, Mitchell, and Chris. Building on that, we're going to be talking about maintaining innovation in larger tech giants. Very excited about the next panel. So I'm going to introduce your moderator, Liz Tinkham. She's the managing director of the more than $5 billion communications, high-tech, and media and entertainment operating group with Accenture. So please join me in welcoming Liz and panelists.